Patika helps small businesses in Africa to collect the 35% of their revenue that is not paid upfront. On the app, they have the main date page, which essentially has a summary of all the receivables and payables. Receivables being amount they're expecting from customers, and payables being the amount that they owe other businesses or their suppliers directly. On the list, we have the recent debts, essentially showing the receivables as well as payables that have been updated recently. The second page is a wallet. This is a wallet within Patika that every business operates from. Essentially, this is where all the payments coming in on receivables are stored, and they can be able to withdraw or deposit directly. They can also be able to pay their payables directly from this wallet. So whenever payment is processed by the customer through the payment links that the customers receive, the payment reflects here, and the amount balance for that customer is updated as well. I'll demonstrate capturing a receivable. They'll pick a customer, then select a customer directly from their contacts, or they can type in a new customer. You put the amount for the receivable. There's an option to modify the transaction date if it's an older date. There's an option to select the payment date that has been agreed between the business and the customer. It could be now day, 7, 14, 30 days, or they can set a specific date. I'll pick 7 days for now. They have an option to automatically create this date every week or month. Now, this applies in cases where the same date will recur, let's say on a weekly or monthly or whichever the frequency. And Patika essentially just automates that process for the business entirely. The last option is an option to send reminders automatically to the customer. Here, the business can set a constant schedule or just allow reminders within the collection date only. So as long as reminders are enabled, Patika will send the reminders automatically around the collection date, as well as considering the frequency that the business prefers for that customer. I'll select daily, agree, and submit. The receivable record is captured. So the next thing, the business can access the customer directly to send a payment reminder manually if they would prefer to do so. As long as they've set a constant schedule of reminders, Patika will automatically handle that. But there are instances where the business would like to send a payment reminder manually. So they have an option to share it via SMS, WhatsApp, email, or copy the link and send it to them. I'll do this on SMS and initiate the reminder to go as Patika to the customer. The customer receives a reminder message that reads, "Hi Sydney, please settle your balance of 1,680 from Patika shop. You can pay here." They will be able to access that payment link. So the payment link essentially will have the shop details, where they took the debt from, their current balance at the moment, an option to pay directly here. They'll also be able to view their recent statement, which essentially will show, the amount they took on credit, when they paid back, and what was the running balance across. The customer will proceed to click to pay. I'll adjust the amount for testing purposes. They will initiate the transaction, which triggers a payment request. Do you want to pay that amount to Equity Pay Bill, account number that, and submit. So Patika automatically processes the payment, updates, the reconciliation statement, and updates the balance as well. The business at that point receives a message indicating that the amount has been received, and the same automatically reflects under the customer's profile. You can see the recent transaction, payment via payment link of 100 shillings, and the balance was updated at that point. The internal wallet for the business reflects the amount that has already been paid by the customer, and the business can be able to withdraw at their convenience or store it until they're able to access it. So essentially, that is the basic process for a customer's receivable being captured, reminders being sent, and how they're automated, what the customer receives on the end of the payment link, how they pay, and how the reconciliation is done automatically.